The state's main energy grid operator says to keep the lights on, Texas will need to double the amount of power it produces in the next 5 years as big energy consumers like data centers and cryptocurrency mining continue to pop up.
And one possible solution is hydrogen energy. Researchers at the University of Texas are studying how the state can ramp up its hydrogen energy production and how it can be used. Dylan McKim gives us a closer look at one of the most unique hydrogen energy sites in the world.
It's an electric vehicle with a twist. It has a hydrogen fuel cell, a device that converts hydrogen and oxygen into electricity. They're not sold here in Texas because there's no infrastructure to refuel them. In fact, this is the only public site you can refuel a hydrogen vehicle in all of Texas. At UT Austin's J.J. Pickle Research Campus, it's known as a proto-hub.
This facility is going to be a proving ground for future hydrogen technologies, whether we're making hydrogen, using it, or storing it.
Texas already makes a lot of hydrogen on the Gulf Coast for the petrochemical industry, but researchers at this site are studying cleaner forms of hydrogen production and different ways to use that energy. In the back corner of the site is a fuel cell powered by hydrogen. It's providing clean energy to a supercomputer across the street in the Texas Advanced Computer Center. It shows that high energy consumers like data centers can run on clean energy. But all of this here is small scale.
So we hope that lessons from this site can apply to what we'll be doing with policy later down the road as well.
The industry faces challenges like lack of infrastructure, cost, and the need for a trained workforce. The Texas Hydrogen Production Policy Council released a report with recommendations for state policymakers on how to regulate and grow the hydrogen industry. Brian Korgel is a chemical engineering professor at UT and helped write the report. He says the most important takeaway is the need for an all-of-the-above solution.
If we want to position Texas as the global leader of hydrogen, then Texas needs to have as much of that clean power as possible.
In Austin, I'm Dylan McKim.
And going in depth, there are some pros and cons when it comes to hydrogen energy. As Dylan mentioned, one con is how expensive it is to set up. And that's because hydrogen in its gas form takes more of the resource to create the same amount of energy as gasoline. That's according to Energy Tracker Asia. A pro is when hydrogen is compressed into a liquid, it produces more power than diesel.